Okay, how is everybody doing today? My name is Kent, and we are in Southern California. The time is 1:47 p.m. I'm in San Diego, California. Like I say, my name is Kent. We are the developers of the Challenge application, Challenge decentralized application running on the EOS blockchain. We have been following EOS blockchain for quite some time now. A few years. I've made quite a few videos. If you want to make a comment, the comment box is open. I haven't made a lot of videos here recently. I think this is only my second video this year, but it's probably time to start making some more videos, especially given the state of affairs that the world is in today and how the blockchain is really the solution and the answers for a lot of the problems that are going on in the world today. As we can see, I mean, what we really need in the world today is we need a unified world and not a world that is going back to 100 years ago. I mean, that's what it feels like. It feels like what the current events that are happening in the Ukraine are events that took place almost 100 years ago in World War II, where you have a leader hell bent on going into other lands, lands surrounding, their nationalistic territory, and invading, a conventional invasion, back to guns and tanks and armed, people, civilians arming themselves against the military. It's just insanity. It's total insanity. And of course, information has a lot to do with that. And that's what the blockchain's about. The blockchain's about giving uncensored information to people. And I think this would be a great time for people to reinvigorate themselves or reinitiate themselves with what's going on with the blockchain, because here recently the blockchains, a lot of this, a lot of the tokens aren't trading well. They haven't done well here recently. A lot of people are kind of losing their focus with it. A lot of the things that make the blockchain, the fundamentals that are able to create, people ignore. They chase after profits, like with Shiba coin or Dogecoin, where somebody just throws out some meme and they throw millions and hundreds of millions of dollars at it, versus a project that's built fundamentally to serve the purposes of what the blockchain does best, which is decentralize information, decentralize uncensored information, and makes the world a closer place so everybody can work together and the world unifies instead of the world splitting apart like what's going on today, which is just, in my mind, it's not even, if you're any kind of a thinking person at all, it's not even a rational, logical thought what's going on in the world today. In fact, I was just looking this up. Let me see if I mean, this so reminds me of Hitler's invasion into Poland. I mean, that's that. And so you're basically talking about the early 1940s, a little less than 100 years ago. This is kind of what we're going after right now. So anyway, EOS has changed enormously. As everybody knows, we now have the foundation headed by Yves LaRose from EOS Nation, formerly of EOS Nation. He's the person that's heading the foundation. And they have a lot of things on their plate. So I'm kind of waiting to see how that's all going to happen, how it's all going to work. Of course, we got a grant from the foundation, of which we're extraordinarily grateful for. They didn't have to give anybody any money. They didn't have to give anybody any grant money, but they did. The reason they did is because they're trying to build an interest in building on the EOS platform. And in our minds, there is no other options. You either go with EOS or you just become a speculative token, and you wait for somebody to come up with a solution on the Ethereum blockchain or one of these other blockchains. But it seems like somehow Ethereum is always kind of the other alternative, of which we know, if you follow this at all, has a couple problems. First problem being they don't transact things very quickly, and the second problem is you have to pay for your own fees. You have to pay a gas fee to do any transactions. So anyway, that's why we feel like EOS is the solution, and the ENF is hopefully the conclusion to the long journey that we've had to get to this point, getting to something to prosper on this blockchain. So that's where we're at right now. But as I think Yves, I just got through watching the last video of Yves LaRose. He says he looks at his position in the EOS blockchain or the foundation as a top down, or like a pyramid, inverted pyramid up here, and then it inverts down here, that the community has got to start to do something. The community has to start to interact and make things happen. And that's what we're about here at Challenge, trying to make things happen, trying to build something instead of hype something. We're about building something. We're about coming up with some fundamental things that work, something that you can do. And I'm about ready to show you our application here in just a second so you can see it. We're not Dogecoin, right? I'm just going to show you a meme of a dog, and you're going to get all excited and throw hundreds of millions of dollars at it. No, we're actually got a real application running in the App Store and the Google Play Store. So we're going to cover that here in 1 second. Hopefully everybody's hearing me okay. As far as I know, I'm broadcasting. If somebody wants to give me a thumbs up, I appreciate it. But anyway, let's keep going. So I'm going to switch my screen real quick, and I'm going to take it right to my cell phone. This is my cell phone. And speaking of World War II, there you are. There's Hitler. And of course, on September 1st, 1939, the German army under Adolf Hitler, thanks, appreciate the thumbs up, launched an invasion of Poland. Sounds a lot like Vladimir Putin today going into the Ukraine. So thank you. 2 thumbs ups. I appreciate that. So yeah, this is a replay of 100 years ago, which is really sad. And I hope that the world just decides that they're not going to have it. And hopefully with the internet and with the ease of which we can get information in today's world, we can start to see that this isn't working, and it's not going to work for the Russian government or for the elites of the Russian government to do this. And hopefully it just unravels on them fairly quickly. I do think that the Russian soldiers going into Ukraine aren't going in to destroy the country. I'm sure there's casualties, a lot of people there will be killed in this, unfortunately. But I think they're probably thinking to themselves too, why are we doing this? And hopefully that kind of a mindset prevails over this idea that we're trying to reunify the motherland or the homeland or whatever. This is just one guy's vision of what he thinks the world should be. And people should have an opportunity to make their own minds up about what they want to do, what kind of government they want. So that's unfortunately what we're going through today, is what you're looking at right there, is a dictator invading another country. So here we go. I'm going to show you our application. So here's my cell phone. I have an iPhone. I think it's an iPhone, and it's probably a 13, I think is what I've got. But I just have a typical iPhone. Of course, that's Apple. And if you go to the App Store, which I'll take you to the App Store right now, and you type in our app, which is the way you're going to find it is by going through, we call it Challenge, CHALLENGE, and DAPP, DAPP. Okay, that's how you would find it ordinarily. However, since we've been making so many changes, we're not in the search results. But I'm going to put a link below that if you click on that, you can get the challenge application on your iPhone through this link from what I'm going to place below. Because what happens is when we make these changes, Apple has to approve them. So we've made a lot of changes recently in our application. So Apple has to approve it. So and when Apple approves it, they've already approved the changes, but the App Store just hasn't caught up to that. So that's the last thing to happen. So at this point, I'll have to show you this. Now, I think with Android, we're fine. So if you've got an Android, which I think most of the world runs with Android, not Apple, you will be fine. You can go to the Google Play Store and you can download it, and it works great. Just go to the Challenge DAPP and it works fine. So if you have Apple and you can't get it through the App Store, I'm going to put a link right below. It's going to be in the description. That link will send you to our application so you can put it on your iPhone. You just don't do it through the store. You'll just do it through this link that I'm going to provide for you below. So once you go there, and I'm going to go because I already have it on my phone. This is what the icon looks like for the challenge. This is our logo right here. So I'm just going to click on it. There he is. This is our, I already have an account, so I'm not going to create an account because I'm obviously here ABC, and I think I've got 7 ones. That's me. Okay, and then I need a password. That's all you really need to do in order to get an account. We don't charge for an account, but you just got to have a password. And why I'm going to put in this password, I'm going to change my screen So obviously I keep my password to myself. And I'm going to log in and I'm going to bring you back. Okay, here we are. Here is our live. This is the stream. This is our the very last challenge that was made 5 hours ago by Mailarlocks S24. Hello everyone, it's Weekend Vibes. I would love to share some CHL to anybody who will go audio, Mac, and I haven't read this before. This is the first time I've read this. And CD Pro. So this person's putting a challenge out there. All you need to do is click on this link. Oh, I'm doing it for my computer. I need to do it for my cell phone because that's what I'm on. So click on the link. I don't know if I have an account here with Audio Max, so I guess that one's not going to work for me. But let me go back. Let's go down. Chase has a challenge here on Twitter. Okay, this is my son. Okay, there's 3 days left. Okay, let's look at this challenge real quick so we understand it. So what a challenge is it's an opportunity for someone to do something, and if you do it, you're going to earn a reward. And the reward is challenge or EOS or a number of other cryptos that we're currently offering. But he has here a challenge. This is by Chase21. That's his account. There's 3 days left in the challenge. Drop a video below this tweet if you would like to see a partnership between Challenge Stack and Helios. Tag a Challenge Stack and Helios Twitter account. So I can do that by doing this. I'll just click on this account or click on this link. I'm doing it again. I'm doing it on my clicker instead of on my cell phone. Okay, there we go. Here it is. And of course, we know Brock Pierce is the one that is the person behind Helios. So all I need to do in order to win this challenge is to tweet or do something here. I'm not a big person that does. I'm doing it on my phone again, or I'm doing it on the screen again. I'm not a big person on Twitter, but all I need to do is go down here and tweet something. So if I just type in something, say, good job. Let me see. And then just reply. Oh, I gotta do it again. I'm doing my clicker instead of my phone. Okay, now I've done it. I've actually completed the challenge. Now all I need to do is take a screenshot of that. So if I take a screenshot, just take a screenshot on my cell phone. I just took the screenshot. Okay, that's actually me before I had my beard. So I'll go back to the actual. So I've met the challenge because I did do the challenge. So I take a screenshot. So then I'm done with that. So then I go back, and in the comments, I actually just post what I just did. So I go to the challenge, I post it. And then once I posted it, my screenshot here, Chase can reward me. So over here's how I get rewarded. You just go over there. Well, I can't do that because I'm not the one that created this challenge, but I'll show you on one that I created. And it's really difficult for me to do this at the same time as I'm going through. But see, these are all the challenges. And if people don't think we're getting any usage, look at how many people are competing here. I mean, he's got 7 comments already. Some 7 people come. There's 30 that have already come. I'm looking at this number right here. There's 30 right here. There's 25 right there. 2 of 1. There's 6 right there. 22. So these are all people that are doing what it is the person here is asking to get the reward. So there are 47 here, 35. This is a huge challenge. It's gotten lots of views. You don't get this many views by doing Facebook and by buying Google AdWords. You'll spend a lot of money just to get this kind of activity. If he's got 47 comments on this link. So if I just go to this 47 comments right here, and you can see everybody that's commented. Right there they are. And see if you just click on the link there, it shows you their comment. There they are. See, this person is already tweeted. So yeah, this is how you do it. So this is the way to get some activity going. If you're trying to figure out a way to get some activity going for your whatever idea you have. Here's a great way of doing it inexpensively and using cryptocurrency as the medium of exchange, which is what we're hoping to do. Here's one I think I did a little bit ago. So here's one that has to do with challenge stack community. Please retweet the following. And I think this was has to do with Telos. So I think this is one that I actually did compete in. Yeah, here's one. Okay, and here's what I retweeted it, and I think I did actually get a reward for doing that. So there's one I actually competed in myself. So, but it's very simple once you get onto it. People will drop a link, and you can drop anything you want to drop here. You can create your own video. You can do anything you want to do. So this is an unfiltered way of doing something. Hey Floyd, how you doing? It's been a while. Haven't been on the YouTube for a while. So I think this is on my second video this year. So nice car, Floyd. I hope everything's going well in Australia. So am I good? Well, I'll show you Floyd. Here we go. I have to be on another screen. Oh, hi, Mater Rick. Thanks. How you doing? Hello. So yeah, this is the challenge application. When we talk about actually doing something, we're not just talking, we're doing. And this is what I'm showing you. This is an application that's running today and working today. It's not some envisioned idea or Ethereum 2.0 that everybody just sits there and ponders about. Look at all these challenges that have been created. Here's the one I created. So I had a creation of, I did a video 3 weeks ago. I made a challenge for it. Here's 25 comments that I have. So when I come up on the comments, I actually have the ability to reward somebody. So I click here, and I think I had 1,000 challenge tokens that I rewarded him. So I just do one of these 3 little buttons here, and then if I go down here and I can reward this user, then that just rewards them. And I keep doing it off myself. So that's the challenge application, and that's the way it works. And the other thing that you can do on challenge, and I'll go back to it, give you a little bit more information. And I'm going to start doing a lot of these videos because we need to build some following but without thinking that somebody else is going to do this for us. I think one of the things that Eve's been pretty steady about is the fact that everybody needs to all hands on deck, kind of like the president of Ukraine is saying. We need everybody to participate, and that's what we need to do. So I need to be on here almost every day, or as much as I can possibly fit into my schedule, and show people how this challenge application works, so people use it, because it is a great application. And if you just like to just take a whirl at a spinning wheel to see if you can win some free challenge or some free EOS. Right now, there's 82 EOS in the prize pool. It's worth $37. If you just hit go, let me see, take my shot at this and see what I come up with. Oh, what did I do? Did I do something wrong? Maybe I already used I got to claim my ticket first. Sorry about that. Claim my ticket. And now I think I can give it a whirl. Got to claim the ticket first. Okay, now I can go for it. So give it a spin. Success. Okay, I didn't get anything. I didn't. So I had an opportunity to win something, but I didn't win anything. But if you just want to try that every day, that's a way to get some, activity going on. Let me move this over a little bit. I got to get my screens a little more squared away here. I'm doing this for the first time. I've got new equipment, got a new iMac, a new iPhone, and a new iPad. Everything's on here. So I got to get everything coordinated. Go back to home. Actually, let's go to this link. And I got to do it on my cell phone again. Let's go back to this link. Okay, you can add a friend here, friend request. But let's go back to, this is the interesting one. This is your profile page, and this is who I am. This is me. This is my account name. Of course, my phone number. That's my email. And I didn't have anybody. Have anybody refer me. So, but you can actually buy our token straight off the application. So this is the first time that EOS, being able to just open an account on an application by using a phone number and name and just creating a user. That's it. You don't have to stake EOS. You don't have to have an EOS wallet. You don't have to buy gas fees like you do with Ethereum. You can just go on this application, set up a free account. We pay for all the we pay for all the resources that are required. We pay for the RAM, and we pay for the CPU. Everything that needs to be that you need to participate with EOS, we pay for it. So you can just come on your SEPA account, have an EOS account, and own some crypto. And I think we give you some free challenge if you just do that. So right here, you can buy challenge right off the application. So if I go buy challenge, that's I can enter the amount, and then I can confirm it and pay for it with my Visa, MasterCard. I think we take a number of payments, different types of payments, about anything you want to do. So you can do this without going through an exchange. You can go right to this application and actually buy what I think is a very undervalued, and I'm logging on to show you, look at the market here real quick, a very undervalued token. So I'll show you right here's the markets. So, and I'm thinking maybe if Bitcoin can hold over 40,000, we can maybe start getting this thing off the ground and keeping it there. If it can maintain 40,000 through with the crisis that's going on in the world today, I think Bitcoin's going to be back into having a steady increase in price. But if I just search to CHL, it was up here earlier today. I hope it's still up. So yeah, it's up 41%. And of course, as you can see, we're very, very modest as far as our trading value is concerned, and as far as what our market cap is. Our market cap is a mere 118,000. Trading volume's like $50. So we are one of these applications or one of these tokens that has room to grow. We haven't maxed out. We're not topped out. We're not one of these coins like Deutsche or Shiba coin, where they're probably not going to do much after this point because pretty much everybody knows what the thing's going on. It's just a meme, and nobody was really interested in buying another picture of a dog on the internet. I mean, that's just not. Let me go back to the main part here. Right there, the market. So yeah, let's take a look at where EOS is at. I think it's in the 50s. $2.19, and it's 50. It's 55. So yeah, it's. I mean, hopefully we continue to go up with this. This continues to go up. So yeah, here you can go right to our application, buy a token that's up 40% today, and has a lot of room to grow. And of course, it's very safe because it's all recorded on the blockchain. So there's no way for anybody to lose their challenge tokens or your EOS tokens or whatever you want to buy from I think we can just buy challenge. We can't buy EOS, so just challenge. But you're able to do that right off the application very easily. Get involved with the crypto market. I mean, for $50, you could buy a ton of EOS. I can't remember what the numbers or a ton of CHL. Buy a ton of EOS too, but you can buy a ton of CHL for $50 and just have it on the application. Not have to worry about it. The resources are all being paid for, and of course it's all public because it's on the blockchain, recorded on the blockchain. So this is a great way to get into crypto without really getting yourself where you have to really do a lot of learning and trying to figure out what's going on. You can buy it real quickly and real easily here for a few bucks, and for a cup of coffee, you can basically have enough CHL that if this thing does go to $1. Or over, kind of like Telos has done, then you could be feeling pretty good about it and not have invested a lot of time and effort or money. So let me go back. And here are some of the other, of course, EOS, you can do a challenge in EOS. There's challenge. And of course, this number down here is the amount of challenge that I have in this account right now. I have 23,000 challenge in this account. And these are some of the other tokens that we support too on this. You can buy a wrapped Bitcoin. We don't sell it here, but these are just things you can hold on this application. So we're trying to simplify EOS. I think one of the things that's going on right now with EOS is that there's an idea that we need to keep doing more, that they need to keep coming up with, and I'm having a hard time following all the different things that are being created right now, as far as EOS is concerned, as far as the foundation is concerned, what the foundation is doing with all the pomelo and all these things that they're coming up with. I think we need to step back and try to figure out how to make it so people can use it easier than to try to come up with new iterations of it or new ways of people, maybe to try to come up with a solution to have funds available for people, but how to come up with a way to do that. I mean, I think we just need to get back to the basics and really show that we do have a working platform. Here I'm going through the challenges. These are all challenges. And you can see every single one of them has been used for. I haven't seen one yet that hasn't gotten anybody to do it. Here's Chase. He's got a couple of them. None of these have gone. If you look at the comments, none of these have gone without somebody participating. Here's City Mills. He's got 16 comments. 13 people have won. So yeah, you're getting. And I always notice that if I do a video and I put a challenge with the video, I always get a couple hundred more people to view the video than if I don't. So yeah, if you're doing YouTube videos, just throw a challenge up at the same time. With the challenge application, you'll get a couple more hundred, depending on how I've got 5,000 subscribers. I mean, if I had 50,000 subscribers, I'd probably get a lot more. But yeah, just throw a challenge along with that and you're going to get a lot of people. So this is what's separating us from the crowd. This is why we are excited, because we have a working application in the App Store, in the Google Play Store, that you can come on here and you can do like Will Patrick's has done here. He's got a Facebook where you can go to this Facebook ad or Facebook link, complete a challenge, and earn a little crypto for doing it. And then if you want to, like I say, buy some challenge tokens and play the market a little bit, there's an opportunity there without doing anything special, without coming up, trying to figure out what's going on as far as how to create an EOS account or anything like that. So I'm going to start doing more and more tutorials on the challenge application, how it works and what's going on, because we have something to show. We have really something legitimate to show. So we're not just some sort of, speculative idea where, people are just trying to figure out what it's about, or if there is anything there. I mean, I get a kick out of people when they try to explain Deutsch or they try to explain Shiba coin. They don't really have anything to say. There's nothing there. So I just showed you an application where you not only can you buy the token on the application, you can own an account or have an account on a blockchain that earned or basically raised $4 billion. And you can have an unfiltered blockchain channel or blockchain platform to disseminate or give information out to whoever you want to do without, without having any censorship whatsoever. Obviously we are able to delete things if it's obviously something that's objectionable. We're not wanting people to put pornographic stuff up or anything that's that would, really, and we all know what it is. It's like the Supreme Court says, you know what it is when you see it. So I think what you would find that we would take down would be, everybody would be pretty agreeable, should not be up for people to see on the internet. So yeah, we have the ability to do that, but we don't censor anybody's ideas. So if you have an idea, or if you have some position that you hold, we're not going to censor that. If you listen to our CHL challenge calls, you'll realize that a lot of people can join those calls and they say a lot of stuff. And they have to push it pretty far, almost to the point that they interrupt us to the point that we can't even talk before we will kick them off the call. So we treat the challenge application platform the same way. Nobody gets eliminated unless they've really, like the Supreme Court says, we know it, because common sense would tell you that that's going too far. So you have a way to put something up unfiltered. You have a way to earn some crypto, to be involved with the crypto market, a way to get involved with one of the the vastly underpriced tokens is the challenge token. I mean, we've built the application running online, give you a free EOS account, pay for all the resources, have put 3 years of work and development into this thing, and you can buy it for just a few hundredths of a penny per token. So yeah, I think wouldn't be a bad idea in my opinion. So let's go back to some other news. I want to go through one other thing here before I get going. Of course, the market. And like I say, and it's like I say, it's not up every day, but today it happens to be up because the market happens to be a little bit better. The token's up a little bit. But here, let me get off of this so I can get back on my iPad because I lost my log me out. So I want to go through one other thing here real quick before I leave you today. If you could go to YouTube real quick. Okay, so I'm going to take you to YouTube through my iPad. So there's these EOS fireside chats. I think they're done every Wednesday. I would encourage everybody to start following this fireside chat and to be involved. Let me see if I can make this bigger. Let's see if I can expand it through the screen. Okay. So they're on Wednesday. I'm not sure. You'll have to check it to see what time it is in your time zone. But I want to play you about 30 seconds of the last fireside chat. And Chase asked a question. And the question was basically about why so many of the exchanges, including the exchanges that are EOS block producers, don't trade the EOS tokens or the applications being built on EOS. And the reason this is of interest to us is because obviously we have a great product and we want to expose it to as many people as possible. And not only that, we would like to be able to have a way to grow and to be able to pay for future development. And of course, one of those ways is by the token. And of course, the token is just, it's up to the public to decide, up to the markets to decide what the value of that token is to be. So Chase raised the question in the fireside chat, my son, who he and I are together. He's actually the developer of the challenge application. I'm just a support, but he's actually the developer. He raised the question in the fireside chat. And I'm going to play the first 30 seconds of it, and then I want to talk about it for a second. Here we go. Hopefully this is playing. Maybe I got the wrong video. Hold on. I'm going to have to go to...
Hello, everyone.
I think it's 1 hour and 27 minutes.
Hello, everyone. Who started the fireside early? I don't have my Red Bull ready. Yana was too excited. Couldn't wait. This,
I think we're right there right now.
That Denny built for us that we use for NFTs on both Wax and EOS.
This is super cool, man. And how so how do I now blend my rocks with the cards?
Yeah, so that's coming up next week. So stay tuned.
Nice.
At Pomelo Grant's Twitter, and you'll be in the know when that happens. Daniel, your mic seems a bit lower sound than before, but you were coming in and we could understand you. So if you wanted to share some thoughts on the Mandel upgrade, go ahead.
Okay, hopefully. Okay, let me go back to my other screen here. Okay, I don't know how that turned out because I did it from my iPad, and of course I'm trying to run that through this live stream, which is I'm not hearing it. I can only because it's plugged into the computer. So hopefully you got some gist of what was going on there. But basically what it was is Chase asking the foundation or on the fireside threw the question out about why aren't the exchanges trading the EOS tokens? And of course the token I just showed you, being CHL, which is on CoinGecko. I mean, if we were on a major exchange, it would change the entire complexion of our, of what we're doing. I mean, all of a sudden we would have access to the markets of which we could trade our token. And not saying that, the token does good or token does bad, but just the opportunity to trade. And that's the reason why we're in this, is because we want to be able to have an opportunity to have something represent us in a public marketplace. I used to be a stockbroker. I was a Series 7, Series 63 licensed stockbroker, investment banker. I raised money for a lot of companies to go public. I know what cost it takes in order to go public through the Security and Exchange Commission. and all the rules and regulations that you have to go through to do that. I know the game very, very well. I played it for quite some time. So when this is very similar, even though it's not the stock market, it's not an IPO, initial public offering, as we would call a stock. It's an ICO, initial coin offering, as we would do this. In fact, this is much easier because it's not regulated by a government entity. But I know what it is when you raise money, what it's like to raise money and to go public. So Chase raised the question, why don't more of these exchanges take on the EOS projects? And of course, Eve LaRose, being the leader of the foundation, responded. And he kind of responded in a Socratic way. Using the Socratic method, which is he questioned Chase. He says, "Okay, well look, let me ask you a few questions. Let me ask you about your project. Is your project doing much volume? Is your project got many followers? You know, kind of Socratic, like you would do in a Socratic. And you know, if any of you lawyers out there that went to law school know what the Socratic method is. You walk into the law school class, and the first thing the professor does is he asks you questions, and you know, I guess it comes from Socrates, where you get questioned in front of everybody, and if you don't know your stuff, you get exposed pretty quickly. So Eve kind of did the Socratic method on Chase. So asked him about the liquidity and all the other kind of stuff. But the end result was that we really aren't being traded any place. And I think the reason why we're not being traded any place other than Nudex and a few other dexes is because the exchanges look at us very negatively. They look at us as just another one of these nowhere ideas that is junk that we're trying to pawn off on an exchange. And nothing could be further from the truth. These exchanges should want to trade the EOS tokens. First of all, EOS is probably one of the only tokens that has gone through the entire process with the Securities and Exchange Commission and gotten a waiver. So if you're under that umbrella, you've already got one good thing for you if you're an exchange. The other thing is there's no ICOs. The ICOs weren't done on EOS. We did airdrops. So we didn't raise money from the public. So the exchanges don't have to worry about any of the projects on the EOS blockchain being scrutinized by the Securities and Exchange Commission for them raising a bunch of money and being a security. The other thing is there's some real projects here that have some real value. And the exchanges, instead of looking at us as, these are huge liabilities, we don't want these projects. The exchanges don't want these projects because they're liabilities, because they're not doing anything. They're just worthless junk, like a lot of stuff that's running around on the Ethereum blockchain. Somebody that just formulated an idea to raise an ICO so they can raise a bunch of money and live easy for the rest of their lives. This is not junk. This is real projects really working. And this is the attractiveness of EOS, is that it's a platform that really runs stuff. And when it really runs stuff, then it should be something that the exchanges want to be involved with, not something we got to shove down their throat or something that we've got to offer a lot of money to back in order for them to trade. This should be done voluntarily. So I would think in the near future, if the Securities and Exchange Commission gets very aggressive with a lot of these ICOs and says that they're their securities, that the markets are going to start looking for tradable tokens, ones that aren't under, because as soon as, like Coinbase, as soon as somebody comes under gets sued by the Securities and Exchange Commission, they immediately get dropped from trading from Coinbase. So if you take something like the one that got sued here lately, which one was it? I'll think about it in a second. But anyway, the last one that got sued by the Securities and Exchange Commission, let me pull up the iPad so I can figure out which one that was. Oh gosh, my mail. Let me bring it up. Of course, I've got to get off the screen here. I'll bring it up in a second here. Hold on, I'm looking for it. Go to the markets. I don't even know if they're in the top 10 anymore. I'm thinking about XRP. How can I forget XRP? XRP gets sued by the Security and Exchange Commission. Well, as soon as they get sued by the Security and Exchange Commission, guess what? All the markets have to drop them, because now you got a company that's in litigation with the Security and Exchange Commission, and you're kind of in a stream of commerce of selling that token. So if that token becomes a security, and you don't want to be involved with that, well, now you need product. So where are you going to find product at? Well, the EOS blockchain has product. And the EOS blockchain has tokens that aren't going to be under that scrutiny. So why not want to trade in there? So, I think the foundation looks at the tokens as kind of like, don't look to us for help because we got enough on our plate, which we agree. The foundation has a lot on our plate. And if you're in this project, if you're in EOS, if you've been supporting EOS, I would suggest that if you have any spiritual nature about you, pray for these guys, because they got a lot on their heads right now, a lot on their minds. They got to take a project that's been basically in the gutter for the last 3 years, and with a very little amount of money, try to bring it back up to the equivalent of some of these projects like Binance, Ethereum, Solana. I mean, all these others, Deutsche. I mean, they got to bring it up to some sort of value so that they compete in in those market caps, and that's a lot of work. That's a lot of things to do. So yeah, they've got a lot on their ADA. I mean, Cardano. I mean, they got a lot on their plate. So yeah, we understand the opportunity is for the people from the community to jump in here and help out, and that's what we want to do. But in the same token, you shouldn't look at the tokens on this platform as a liability, because they're not a liability. They're an asset, and they're how people are going to start to notice EOS when they start saying, hey, I just made a video and I put it on a challenge application, and guess what? I got 150 more views on my video. I usually get 300 views. Now I got 700 views. And when you start doing things like that, then people start to say, wow, where's this thing coming from? Well, it's on EOS. And now we start getting some interest in EOS, and it can be done. So this is not, in my mind, this is not anti-EOS to try to get the tokens traded on the exchanges. This is something we need to do in order to build value in the EOS. Because what all EOS is a platform to build on. So if those applications that are being built on don't get traded, don't become valuable, then you're going to really be struggling an uphill battle to get EOS to have any notoriety, any fame or fortune, because we have to have, the individual project have to have, they have to have some recognition. They have to have some visibility in the market for the platform overall to rise. So I would say, please support the tokens that are on the EOS blockchain. Hopefully we can get exchanges to start to trade them. Because if we had the exposure to the market Ethereum have, I guarantee you, EOS would be number 1 or number 2 and 3 or 4 in market cap, and not 52 or 53, so like we just looked at. So yeah, let's get some support for some of the tokens. And I think the foundation, rather than looking at the tokens as liabilities, should look at the tokens as assets, and look at the tokens as an opportunity to promote EOS, the blockchain, and not look at the blockchain as, a siloed. It's just all of itself. It's actually, we're trying to encourage people to come and be a part of this. So anyway, let me go through the comments real quick. Oh, so EOS. So the very first one I read is this. Let me see if I can bring it on screen. Yes. EOS is a dead token. You know what? You're probably going to get a lot of support with that statement. So, it's not dead. It's trading. It's 50 something. And we've got the foundation. The foundation is doing some pretty good stuff. So I wouldn't call it dead yet. Okay. Paul Smith, you should get CHL on VChain Thor. We're doing everything, Paul. If you want to get involved in helping us out, we would very much appreciate it. We look forward to people like you coming out and helping us out. We're looking like we're like the Ukrainians right now. We want all the support and help we can get. I can't verify my iPhone. I can't claim. I can't verify my phone, and I can't claim daily tickets. Okay, so if you're on an iPhone, like I said, we are doing some work, and Apple's a little bit slow in acknowledging that work. So be patient. And if you have some issues, screenshot it and put it on our Telegram, because we have developers on our Telegram that can help you out. Hi, challenge people. Hi, thank you for that. Appreciate that. D1360. Okay, I'm glad to see you. There is a bag in DAPP. Timer in my challenge never ends, and I can't give the rewards to. Okay, so here again, another problem with the thing. And here we go. We're actually doing something. Shows people are having some issues as far as the application, running the application. So that shows that we have development issues that we need, or that we're trying to work on and deal with. And of course, we got MetaRick, who showed up earlier. Is it in the App Store? No, it's in the App Store, but you have to do it through the link below. So we don't have it so you can get it directly from the App Store. You have to do it through this link below. But it will be in the App Store as soon as Apple approves it, which hopefully will be any day now. And of course, we got MetaRick and we got Floyd. So anyway, that covers it anyway. So like I said, I'm going to focus this channel mainly on trying to get people to understand the challenge application a little better. And then obviously I'm going to still support the EOS Foundation. And of course, I'm going to talk a lot about Bitcoin. I think Bitcoin has a lot of opportunities right now to be seen and to be heard and to be out there in the, to grow and not to be looked at as a liability too. So anyway, I'm glad to be back on. It's been a while since I've been back on. I'll be trying to be more, like I said, I got all my equipment